African leaders, not China, to blame for resource plunder. Chinone. The 21st of August 2025, by Hopewell Chinone, prominent journalist and filmmaker Hopewell Chinone, has once again waded into Africa's political debate, saying China should not be blamed for the massive plunder of Africa's wealth. Instead, he argues, the real betrayal lies with African leaders who willingly hand over their country's resources to foreign powers, while their citizens remain trapped in poverty. In a strongly worded statement, Chinone said African leaders have effectively invited exploitation, opening their doors wide to Beijing. The Chinese will, like any power, push as far as they are allowed, he remarked, but the fault lies with those who let them get away with it. He argued that China cannot be faulted for pursuing its own national interests, but African leaders should be condemned for failing to defend their countries and protect their people's future. Chinone went on to describe the continent's leadership crisis as one rooted in ignorance and lack of exposure. Many leaders, he said, have never lived abroad or studied outside their borders, leaving them blind to the realities of global development. Their vision is confined to their local environment, and their ignorance produces catastrophic decisions, he added. The journalist painted a grim picture of Africa's daily loss of wealth through the unchecked export of gold, granite, lithium, and other valuable minerals. He lamented how these riches are enriching China, while Africa is left with empty coffers. You walk across Africa and see no hospitals, no schools, no roads. Yet when you go to China, you see where our wealth has built gleaming roads, modern airports, dazzling train stations, and towering buildings, he wrote. According to Chinone, the crisis is not about resources but about mindset. He described African leadership as backward, arguing that until governments stop betraying their people for short-term gain, Africa will remain rich in resources but poor in dignity and respect. The bitter reality is that Africa is bleeding wealth while her people languish in poverty, he stressed. His remarks come at a time when concerns about Africa's overdependence on China continue to grow, with critics warning that infrastructure deals and mining concessions often come at the cost of sovereignty and long-term development. Chinone's message is that while China is pursuing its own interests, it is African leaders who bear the ultimate responsibility for allowing the continent's wealth to slip away.